Yesterday we have seen up to the topic 3G MSc, and today we are going to see the second subdivision of UMTS core network architecture will be 3G SGSN. So in the previous topic itself we see that this 3G MSc is used to provide the circuit switch services. Similarly, this 3G SGSN they used to provide the packet switching services. So when comparing with the 3G MSc, this 3G SGSN will also provide the control function, signaling and data interface connection to the corresponding network. So in 3G MSc we are using mobile phone as a user equipment. Similarly, in 3G SGSN we are using the system as a user equipment. So I will list out this parameter in the diagram. So in the 3G MSc we are using mobile phone as a user equipment. Similarly, in 3G SGSN we are using user equipment as a system or nothing but the laptop. So next we are going to visualize some of the following functions performing by the 3G SGSN. So the first function will be session management. So this session management will providing how to handling the setup messages between the two parameters, that I think but two nodes. Here we are using user equipment as a one node and GGSN as a second node. Similarly, apart from this session management is also used to provide how to operate the admission control as well as quality of service mechanism. So the admission control nothing but they will checking the system before a connection is established. So after checking the system, they will check the resource whether will be sufficient for the connection. So second important term will be the quality of service mechanism. So in this quality of service mechanism, they will manage the data traffic between several nodes. So in this 3G SDSN, we are using two types of node. One will be the user equipment and second will be the 3G GGSN. So the main aim of this quality of service mechanism is used to reduce the packet loss. So the second important function will be IU and GN map interface. So in the previous 3G MSc we are using three types of interface like SS7, MAP and RA-NAP interface. So in this corresponding 3G SDSN we are using IU and GN map interface. So map stands for mobile application part interface. So this interface is also performing the same function as well as we are seeing in the first level nothing but 3G MSc. That is this 3G SGSN their interfaces is able to complete the originating of a session or terminating a session in the network by interaction with other entities of mobile network. So in this corresponding slide we are using the word session because we are using the user equipment as a computer, but when you are going for the previous one in the same point they are using instead of session they are using the word calls because we are using the user equipment as a mobile phone. So similarly, in this interfaces, they are using the most important protocol called RA-NAP protocol. RA-NAP stands for Radio Access Network Application Part. So this protocol is the most important protocol used in universal mobile telecommunication system. So what is the main function of this protocol? This protocol is used for signaling process between two types of nodes. So next we are going for the third important function will be the SMS. So this SMS function is also similar to the sixth point of 3G MSc. So this functionality will allow the user to send and receive the SMS data between the two corresponding nodes called SMS GMSC or SMS IWMSC. And fourth important function will be mobility management. So this mobility management function is related to the first function of 3G MSc. So in 3G MSc They are going to using two types of node. One will be the user equipment and second will be the external packet data networks. But when you are going for the 3G SDSN, they are using two nodes like user equipment as well as the Neutron. So I will show in the diagram. So in the 3G MSC, they are using the mobile phone as a first node and the external packet data as a second node. They are going to make a interaction between this user equipment mobile as well as the PSTN or ISDN network. But when you are going for this 3G SDSN, they are going to interworking along with two equipment. One will be the user equipment and second will be the Neutron. So user equipment is nothing but the mobile phone. So next function will be subscriber database functionality. So this subscriber database functionality will be somewhat related to the seventh function of 3G MSC VLR functionality. The words will be same. So the same function is also performing by the 3G SDSN. Only different, they just changing the heading. In 3G MSC they are using the heading VLR functionality. In 3G SDSN they are using the heading subscriber database functionality. So what is the most important word now? This was similar to the visitor location register, which will be shortly explained as VLR. So this VLR will hold the database of the 3G SDSN as well as the main important function. They will serve as a intermediate storage for the subscriber data and also they will support the mobility function. The mobility is nothing but movement of data from one portion towards the another portion. The most important difference between HLR and we already explained in the previous video itself. The HLR they will hold all the subscriber information, but when you are going for the VLR, they will hold the information, they hold the subscriber who are all involving in the MSC location. So in this corresponding topic, they will hold overall the subscriber involving in the 3G SDSN location. And sixth one will be charging, and this charging will be already looked after in the introduction part, nothing but the network management system. So I will show in this corresponding slide. This another name of charging will be taken by the word billing. So already I explained the point, the billing nothing but after completion of the particular period, the data usage of the user or the charge of the particular data will be sent out through the home address or nothing but the user address. So in this 3G SDSN, they are using the word, instead of billing, they are using the word charging. So this SDSN, they will collect the charge information related to the network usage by the user. So please, you can also use the, instead of use the word charging, also use the word billing. And seventh one will be ATM bar AAL5 physical connection. So in this case, ATM bar AAL5 stands for ATM adaptation layer 5, and this is the most important 6 mark question in the unit number 3. So we will look after some was elaborated in the next video. So what is the main use of this physical connection? Now they will provide the connection to the Neutron as well as this connection will provide a transport layer to transportation of the user data across the IU interfaces. So to satisfy this type of physical connection, they are using the second protocol will be the GTP. Why I am explaining second protocol? Actually, the first important protocol used in UMTS will be the RANAP protocol, which will be full form of Radio Access Network Application Part Protocol. The second important protocol used for transportation layer is nothing but GTP. GTP stands for GPRS Tunneling Protocol. So the definition of this GTP protocol will be the used to carry the general packet radio services within the network. And eighth one will be OAM agent functionality. So already you have visualized this OAM in the previous slide. So once again show the point. This OAM stands for operation, administration and maintenance functionality, and this three will be handled by the base station. So the last important function of this 3G SDSN will be connection across GN. So what is the difference between the 7th one and 9th point? Now in the 7th point they are using the interface IU. So this IU interface will be satisfied by using the protocol GTP. Similarly in the 9th point they are using the interface GN. So this GN interface is also using the protocol GTP. The second difference between the IU and GN interface. So the IU interface will be used as a transport layer to transport the data from one portion towards the another portion. But when you are going for the GN interface, there is no definition given for, there is no usage of transport layer between the two nodes. So this is the difference between IU interfaces and GN interfaces. So after this we finishing the second type of the UMTS core architecture. Next we are going for the third type. It's nothing but 3G GGSN. So this GGSN, they are providing the interworking with external PS network, that is nothing but the external packet switch network. So in this case the external packet switch network is nothing but the internet. So this 3G GGSN, they will connected with SDSN through IP based network. I will show in the diagram. So this they will connecting along with this 3G SDSN through the IP based network. That is the GGSN, they will connecting through the 3G SDSN along with the IP based network. So similarly, comparing with the 3G MSC, this 3G GGSN, they also using the SS7. SS7 stands for Signaling System 7. Already know that the Signaling System 7 is a one type of protocol which used to pass the data as a digital system network. So next we are going to see the following functions performing by 3G GGSN. So the first function will be, they will maintain the information location at the SDSN level. So already know that we are visualized in the diagram. So this 3G corresponding 3G GGSN will be connected through SDSN. Therefore the main important function performing by 3G GGSN, they will maintain as well as they will hold the information location at the SDSN level. That means the subscriber of 3G GGSN information will be hold on the SDSN level. Second, this 3G GGSN, they will provide the gateway between the two types of network. One will be UMTS packet network as well as the external data network. And third important function, so this they are providing various gateway access method to the internet, because we are going to connect this 3G SSN with SDSSN via IP based network. That is the meaning of intranet. So the example for the intranet or gateway specific access method will be PPP termination. So I already explained this PPP termination in the class itself as a unit number 4. PPP termination stands for protocol which is used to establish direct connection between two nodes. So in this case we are using two types of node. One will be 3G GGSN and second will be SDSN. I once again show in the diagram. That is, we are going to make a direct connection between this 3G SDSN as well as GGSN. So these connections will be achieved by using the concept of PPP termination. PPP is nothing but the protocol which is used to establish the direct connection between two nodes. So next important function performing by the 3G GGSN will be, they will initiate the mobile terminate route and it will initiate mobile terminated packets. So what is the meaning of mobile terminated route? First I explaining the mobile terminated packet, nothing but they will refer the packet that will go out from a system and the same packet will be received by the subscriber mobile devices. I once again explain the point. The mobile terminated packet is nothing but they will refer that the packet will be go out from a particular system and that packet will be received by the subscriber mobile devices. So in this case the system is nothing but the base station. That informations will be coming out from the base station or also using the word system, and that informations will be received by the subscriber mobile devices. So this is the meaning of initiate mobile terminated packet. So what is the meaning of initiate mobile terminated route? Now just we are making the path or way. So in this way the data or packet will be coming out from the station or the system, and through this way or through this packet the data will be reach out the subscriber mobile devices. That is thing but the initiate mobile terminate route. And fifth one will be the screening activity, and this will be elaborated in the next slide. That is, it's nothing but the main function of the screening activity. They will recover the data from the error. And sixth one will be charging. It also somewhat related to the previous 3G MSC as well as previous 3G SDSN, that is collection of charge for the particular data usage by the user. And seventh one will be also related OAM functionality will be looked after in the previous slide itself. And final one will be user level address allocation. Sir, the GGSN they allocate a dynamic address. Already I say the meaning for static address and dynamic address. So in our college we are using FTP 172.168. So this will be the static address. Okay, suppose www.annanu.edu, this will be the static address. But I say once again say our college as example, that is 172.168.0.10. It will be the basic FTP address. Suppose I am changing the address from NBA towards the SAC, that is for EC department, I am representing the address nothing but 172.168.0.1. So this will be acting as a dynamic address. Okay, so in this user level address, the GGSN, they only allocate the dynamic address, not the static address. So this dynamic address will be allocated depending upon the concept of PDP contest activation. So the full form of PDP stands for Packet Data Protocol Contest. So it is a data structure which can present in both corresponding node. One will be SGSN as well as the GGSN. So what is the main importance of this PDP contest activation? Now they will containing information of the subscriber of both SGSN as well as the GGSN. One more important point, you can also raise a doubt. So what is the main difference between the home location register as well as this PDP because the home location register is also containing information of the subscriber. Only one information, the home location, they will contain both activation subscriber as well as the deactivation subscriber. But when you are going for this PDP contest, they only containing the subscriber who are active at the present location. This is the main difference between PDP contest as well as the home location register, shortly explained as HLR. So next up to this we are finishing the today class because this is the most important 13-mark question. So the total number of slides will be 20. Okay. So suppose we are asking enhanced question, you can also ask explain the 3G SSN, or explain 3G MSC, or explain SMS GMSC, or SMS IWMSC in this way. Okay, so only I go take one by one in the particular video. So we have remaining topics will be look after in the tomorrow class. Thank you.